Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, brothers, can you please introduce yourself?
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Mikhail. I'm from KL. Previously, I was a Christian. That was 10 years ago.
Oh wow, okay. So you're a Christian.
Yes.
Very interesting. So how is your life before Islam?
Actually, I was born in an atheist family. When I was a child, I followed my friend's grandma to the church, participated in various activities, especially during each Christmas. I felt the atmosphere in the church was warm and harmonious. Gradually, I came to believe in God. I feel like, I have a faith. It is a bit different from others until I reached the high schools, and I would like to practice more on the religion. I would like to dig deeper. Now, sometimes I go to the weekly class in the church, and once I realized that I should stop practicing some cultural or family rituals. As a Chinese, during each Chinese New Year or the tomb sweeping festivals, we would go to worship our ancestors at their graves. We burned the paper offerings to them and asked for blessings from them. I realized that I shouldn't do this anymore.
When you are still in the Christian? Or?
Yes, when I was in the Christian until at that time I was in the high school. Because when I was in the child, I just attend the activities in the church. I didn't practice much and I didn't know much. And my parents realized that I stopped practicing all those things. Sometimes they complained.
The Chinese ritual.
Yeah, sometimes they expressed the disappointment and they blamed me. I just turned a deaf ear.
What do you think of Islam before becoming a Muslim?
When I was a Christian, I didn't pay much attention to Muslim or Islam. At that time, I didn't even know the meaning of Islam and Muslim. Sometimes I just observed the Muslims around me. Alright, they have the special eating habits. Pork is taboo. They have to pray, especially when the adhan is called. It signifies their prayer time.
Okay.
I tended to judge Islam by Muslims' behavior.
So what's?
Or most of the time from the media.
So your perception towards Islam is not so good?
Actually, it is negative.
Negative.
Because there was a doubt that probably they followed the wrong prophet or they worshipped the false god. I have this misconception at that time and misunderstanding.
So they behave in such a way?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Whatever they did wrong, it means, okay, this one must be from Islam. It is the teaching of Islam.
So tell us about your journey to Islam.
Back to 2014, at that time I was studying in Petaling Jaya. I attended the weekly Bible class in the church. Once they introduced the idea of the Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, spelled 1 in 3 and 3 in 1. From that time, my confusion and doubts increased day by day. I couldn't figure it at all, no matter how they explained. And then I had no choice but to resort to sources from other scriptures like Torah or Quran. I would like to see if there is any answer, because these are also revelations from God, and these two religions are closer to Christianity. But one day, my Pakistani friends showed me the chapter from the Quran, It is Surah Ikhlas. In that surah, it mentions about God is one. He neither begets nor is born. And this chapter declared the uniqueness and oneness of God. Suddenly, I felt, all right, this is the answer that I agree, and I can totally accept. My confusion is gone. After contemplating for around 1 week, I made my decision to embrace Islam.
So, what is your goal now in Islam?
Currently, my interest is to memorize as much of Quran as possible. Because if we want to worship God, we should worship Him the way He desires, not our own way. So we need to learn knowledge, and the knowledge should be from the Quran. And if we just learning the knowledge without practicing it, it is like those donkeys carrying books. But on the other hand, if we just practice our religion without any sound knowledge, it will also lead us astray from the straight path. It will cause the innovation in religion. It is also dangerous and prohibited. So my aim is to learn Quran, memorize it, and then the most important is to apply them in my life.
Is it hard to be a Muslim?
For me, I feel like it is easy to be a Muslim by name. You just bear your witness and then you become Muslim. That is so simple. But it is hard to be a Muslim with sincerity. And we have to face different challenges and tests in our life. And sometimes it requires us to compromise or even give up our religion. Our wealth, health, and family members might be taken away, and our iman will go up and down. This is all what we have to endure in this world. And once we pass all the tests...
In this what, sorry?
In this world. Once we pass all the tests, we can enter heaven by the mercy of God. And most importantly, we just remember, because Allah SWT mentions in the Quran, فَإِنَّمَا الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّمَا الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. This one really motivates me when I'm in the hard time. It means, indeed, with hardship will be ease.
So if there's one thing that you can say to the non-Muslim, what would that be?
For non-Muslims, we are supposed to contemplate more on the purpose of our life, the purpose of our existence. Life should not be just accumulating wealth or chasing immortality. The real purpose of our life and our existence is very simple. That is to worship God. And don't be fooled by the media or misled by the people without knowledge. You should do more research by yourselves. And there is one important rule. Please do not judge Islam by Muslims. Rather, you can judge Muslims by Islam, because Islam is perfect, but Muslims are not.
What is the one thing that you wish to do if you are able to go back in time to do it with your current knowledge?
Okay, at that time, probably I made a mistake, because the moment my parents knew I became a Muslim, they were overwhelmed by all the negative emotions, anger, disappointment, frustration. Because as in a traditional Chinese family, to some extent it means you betrayed the family.
You betray your ancestors.
You betrayed your ancestors. Your original identity is gone. But at the same time, I had the new faith, and I thought it is completely cracked. I was too eager to show them, this is a good part of the religion, but the reaction is not good. My parents, they didn't even want to listen to anything about the religion. They were too reluctant to get any news or to hear all my sharings. Probably looking back, I thought that this approach was a bit radical. I should just deal with it in a wiser and gradual way, probably showing them how Islam changed me and let me abandon some bad habits and showing them through my actions. But anyway, this could be their test and this could be my test. I just try my best, and then I put all my trust in Allah to guide them on the straight path.
So is there anything else that you would want to share with me and together with the audience?
Probably for Muslim friends, born Muslim friends, never give up your prayer, never abandon your salah, no matter how bad the situation is, no matter what difficulties or hardship you encounter, because this is the most powerful tool and this is the most important connection between us and Allah. If you just abandon the prayer, it means you cut the connection with your God. And I've experienced a lot that, especially during hard times, you just establish your prayer. At the end, Allah will not burden a soul than what he or she can bear.
Alright, thank you, Brother Mikael. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.